Hi, today's video is Stoicism and Fear. We highly recommend watching the entire video as it promises to be incredibly worthwhile. Please don't forget to like our video, it will help us a lot. Fear, an intriguing emotion, has played a crucial role in safeguarding our ancestors for millennia. Its flight response enabled us to escape danger, its fight response helped us stand our ground, and it prevented us from encountering pain and untimely death, a valuable survival mechanism. However, fear has a dual nature. While it protected us, it can also inhibit personal growth by discouraging us from taking risks and stepping outside our comfort zone. In its essence, fear is an emotional reaction to perceived threats or dangers. Though originally a primal instinct to shield us from harm, modern life often triggers fear through anxieties, uncertainties, and our interpretations of potential negative outcomes. This kind of fear is what we will explore. The Stoics had a unique perspective on fear. Rather than viewing it as an external force acting upon us, they believed fear originated from our judgments, biases, perceptions, and experiences. They considered fear not as an overpowering force lurking in the shadows, but as a psychological phenomenon that could be understood, examined, and navigated through self-awareness. Not all fear, according to the Stoics, is harmful. Rational fear, acknowledging genuine danger and promoting cautiousness, is necessary for survival. However, they cautioned against irrational fear, which arises from false judgments and misconceptions, causing unnecessary distress. Understanding that fear arises from our perception suggests that it is merely a reaction to the belief that we might be harmed or experience loss. The Stoic philosopher Seneca aptly expressed this idea: we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. A great quote to always remember from Marcus Aurelius: never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. Imagine standing on a steep cliff. The fear does not stem from the cliff itself, but from the perception that you might fall. By changing your perception and realizing that standing securely at the edge won't lead to falling, fear diminishes. To overcome fear, the Stoics emphasize the importance of examining our fears, distinguishing between reasonable worries and irrational ones caused by false perceptions. This transformation of our relationship with fear shifts us from being victims to becoming navigators of this complex emotion. Rule 1: the practice of objective judgment. As humans, our ability to make judgments separates us from the animal kingdom. However, this ability is a double-edged sword. While we can navigate complex problems and plan for the future, biased judgments and misconceptions can lead to unnecessary suffering. In the context of fear, much of it arises from our perceptions rather than actual circumstances. Therefore, cultivating objective judgment becomes essential. It involves seeing the world as it is, free from the distortion of our judgments and perceptions. By stripping away fabrication and exaggeration, we discern the actual facts. For instance, if you fear public speaking, the fear might stem from speculative judgments like forgetting lines or being judged. However, using objective judgment, you can acknowledge that you are simply speaking to a group of people, and the additional fears are products of your mind, not the reality. Over time, this practice becomes second nature as we learn to catch and reject biased judgments. Rule 2: the power of negative visualization. Although it may seem counterintuitive, negative visualization, when combined with objective judgment, can help us confront our fears and realize that we can overcome them. Negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum, involves deliberately visualizing worst-case scenarios and accepting them as possibilities beyond our control. This process reduces their power to trigger fear and negative emotions. For instance, if you fear losing your job due to company downsizing, negative visualization allows you to imagine the situation in detail. While challenging, you realize that it is survivable and might even present opportunities for growth. Rule 3. Practicing acceptance. The Stoics emphasized acceptance, not passive surrender, but the ability to objectively see and come to terms with circumstances beyond our control. By reducing resistance to uncontrollable events, we can alleviate fear. Imagine being afraid of rejection. Acceptance acknowledges that rejection is a possibility, but it doesn't define your worth or abilities, helping to reduce the fear. Rule 4. Cultivate mindfulness and presence. Mindfulness helps us manage our fears by keeping us present and engaged with our lives. It prevents us from dwelling on the past or obsessing about the future, which often leads to fear and anxiety. By staying grounded in the present moment, we can observe our fears without becoming overwhelmed by them. This detached awareness allows us to respond with clarity and calmness. Mindfulness, in this context, involves being attentive to our sensations, emotions, and thoughts, fostering a happier and less fearful life. Thank you so much for watching our video. Please don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel, it will help us a lot.